I had everything good going for me until my academics started getting the best of me. I came home during our December break. I weighed myself. That was the heaviest that I had ever weighed in my entire life. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I wanted to tell you guys all about my fitness journey, where it all began and where I am currently at. If you want to hear all about my fitness story, then please keep on watching. Before we get into the video guys, could you please consider subscribing down below and click the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Comment down below what videos are you excited to see next, and let's get into the video. Is it just me, or do you guys also sometimes feel like a complete newbie when you haven't done something in a very long time? It has literally been over 2 years since I've done any form of exercise or training. I feel like a complete beginner. I feel like I have to completely start over from scratch. But I am so ready and so excited to get started on my fitness journey again, and I am so excited to be sharing it with you guys. But before we get into that, I need to tell you guys where my fitness story actually began. When I was younger, I was always very interested in training and exercise. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that I grew up with a house full of brothers. My one brother in particular was very much into basketball, and he encouraged me to play basketball as well. I always wanted to be as good as he was. That's when my fascination with training actually began. In primary school, I was never really good at any kind of fitness. I didn't enjoy running. The only exposure to anything athletic that I got as a child was when our teachers forced us to take part in athletics at school. I didn't really enjoy it, but I had to do it, and I'm glad that we did, because those are the things that shape us into who we are today. I did take up gymnastics as well when I was much younger. I really enjoyed it, but I did not like to compete. So whenever I became good enough to compete, I quit. I also did a little bit of swimming when I was younger, but whenever it came to the point where I had to compete in my first swimming gala, I quit. Every time I became good enough to compete in something, I quit before my first competition. Because my brother was the basketball coach at the time, I used to get a lot of training in basketball, and therefore I became very good at it. My brother wanted to sign me up to try out for the Namibia national team, and again, I quit. Can you guys tell that I do not like competing? I quit basketball, and I told my brother that the reason why I'm quitting is because I need to focus on my academics. Yeah, like there is some sort of rule that says you cannot be good at academics and excel at sports at the same time. Of course, I didn't know it at the time, but I was scared of competing, so I quit. My brother was very sad that I stopped playing basketball, but he did want me to excel academically, so he thought it was a good enough excuse for me to not be playing. Of course, I did occasionally still go and play some basketball in the evenings after school or on weekends, but only casually, not on a team and not competing. Fast forward to high school. The only training that I had done up to this point was in my brother's DIY home gym that he had in the garage. He had a few benches and a few weights, nothing fancy. So I decided that I was going to join the gym. And I joined the gym for the first time when I was in grade 8. Not a lot of girls were joining the gym. Not a lot of women were into weight training, but I was very passionate and excited about weight training, so I decided to join the gym. Most of the days I was the only girl in the gym, and most of the days I felt very uncomfortable and very awkward, especially the first few days. But I would go every day, and I would go and do my own thing, not care about anybody in the gym, just focus on my own thing, focus on my training, focus on what I am doing. And granted, I didn't really even know what I was doing. Back then we didn't have YouTube videos and online resources that you could look up for training inspiration, so I just kind of went off of what I saw the other people in the gym doing, and I just kind of copied their movements. I didn't even know what muscles I was targeting. All I knew is I like to work out, and I went to the gym every day and I did a workout. Most of my peers called me a tomboy because I was the only girl that was into training at that time, and I was the only girl going to the gym and working out like a boy. All the other girls were playing netball or hockey and things like that. I was into basketball and weight training, which is weird for a girl. No, it's not, by the way. but it was in my day. The good thing about training is that it was something that I was doing for myself. I wasn't doing it for my brother, I wasn't doing it for my mother, I wasn't doing it for my father. I was purely doing it for myself, and it made me feel good. And I didn't have to compete. Fast forward to university, I actually went to South Africa to study, and I was far away from home, living on my own for the first time, eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I gained what you would call the freshman 15. But the sad thing is, I didn't just gain 15 pounds, I gained more like 30 pounds. That was a huge shock to me. I came home during our December break. I weighed myself. I weighed 95 kilograms. And I told myself that come January, I was going to get serious about fitness and training. Actually, during the December holidays, I gained 1 more kilogram because when I started my fitness journey in January, I was actually 96 kilograms. For me, that was the heaviest that I had ever weighed in my entire life. Now, when I went back to university the following year, a real love for fitness and exercise began because I was serious about getting started with my fitness journey. I was serious about starting to exercise and eat healthy. I started a diet. I was living on my own so I could follow a proper eating plan. And I signed up to the campus gym and I started working out. I realized how unfit I was when I went to the campus gym and I got onto the rowing machine for the first time and I nearly died. I started walking on the elliptical machine and after 2 minutes I was so out of breath I needed to get off. I literally felt like throwing up. I had no idea what I was doing in the gym, but all I knew is that I loved the feeling that I got after training. My workout at the time consisted of 20-minute warm-up on the elliptical machine followed by 3 times around the circuit, some ab workouts, and that was it. To improve my fitness, I decided that I was going to start jogging around the block. I couldn't even run once around the block without stopping to take a break, a walk. So I went every day, ran around the block until I could eventually run around the whole block without stopping. For me, that was such good progress because I had never in my entire life was I able to run for that long. Every time I would run around the block without stopping, the next time I would increase my distance. So I would go 1 block further and try and conquer that block. And eventually I was running to the gym, doing my workout, and then running back home. And I felt amazing. I felt fit. I felt strong. My friends and I used to go hike up the Kutsenberg mountain in Stellenbosch on Saturdays. It was amazing. It increased my fitness. I loved hiking. I loved running. I loved exercise. I loved training, and I lost so much weight. The good thing about that is I lost so much weight. I lost 30 kilograms and I felt the best. And I was determined that I was never going to go back to living an unhealthy lifestyle ever again. I felt good. I felt happy. I felt confident. I was in my element. I loved working out. It made me happy. It made me feel good. I was mentally in a good space. I felt positive. I had everything good going for me until my academics started getting the best of me. My degree was very challenging. I was struggling to get by. We had a lot of work, a lot of assignments, a lot of exams that were very challenging, and I needed to take a break from fitness if I wanted to pass my degree. And that is what I did. I took a break from fitness. Now, this break was longer than I had anticipated. I started eating very unhealthy. I started eating whatever I could get my hands on. I wasn't making my usual healthy meals. I wasn't preparing my food. I wasn't packing my lunch. So I had to resort to buying lunches and buying dinners and eating at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning because you're busy with assignments and not getting enough sleep and not doing any form of physical activity. And I gained all of the weight back. Actually, I gained more weight than where I initially started. I now weighed 101 kilograms. But once I graduated, I came home. Sorry guys, I'm actually trying to be a little bit quiet because my baby is sleeping and I'm trying not to wake her. But we're gonna carry on with the story in this room now. When I came home after university, I was so excited and ready to get back into fitness again. I had gained a lot of weight, but I was determined to lose all of that weight. So I signed up at a gym near my house. I started running on the beach again. I was running on the beach just because I really enjoyed enjoyed running and the feeling that I got after I took a long run, and so I wanted to get that feeling back again, and I wanted to build up my endurance and my strength with running again. I would work out in the gym during some of the days, and on the other days I would go for a run on the beach, and that helped me to increase my running endurance. I signed up for a 10k run. I was so excited. I was able to complete it in a really good time, actually, for a first timer. Now, when I wanted to start my weight loss journey, I wanted to do a fitness assessment, and I went to my gym and I asked them if they had a personal trainer who could do a fitness assessment on me. That is where I met my husband, Winslow. He was the trainer that was recommended to me by chance. We fell in love. It wasn't long after that when he became my personal trainer. We loved working out together. It was like our favorite thing to do. It still is our favorite thing to do. We just haven't been doing it because for the last 2 years he was away in South Africa pursuing his pilot license, and I was at home and I was pregnant. So we haven't been training together in a long while, but we love training together. I'm sure we will get back to training together again soon as I start my fitness journey again, because our baby girl is big. I can start working out again. Because my husband was away, I wasn't training. While I was pregnant, I wasn't training, and after pregnancy I still wasn't training. I wasn't eating healthy, so I had gained a lot of weight again, and this is where I am at right now. I wish to get onto the scale and see how much I weigh and take all of my measurements, but that will be in an upcoming video. I'll show you guys me stepping on the scale for the first time in over 2 years, and I'm going to show you guys all of my measurements and where my starting point is for my weight loss journey. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video and find out all about my weight loss story, my fitness story, where it all began. I'm excited to be starting my new fitness journey and my new weight loss journey with you guys. I'm excited to start running again. I'm excited to start training again. I'm excited to eat healthy and lose the weight that I have gained. And I hope through telling my story that I can inspire some of you guys to also get started on your weight loss journey or your fitness journey. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you guys are excited about to see next. Please consider subscribing and click the notification bell to be notified. I'm excited to be talking to you guys again soon. Bye!